As 2018 comes to an end, Century 21 Durden Cornegay would like to take this opportunity to thank you for another terrific year. And on behalf of all the agents at Century 21, including Charlene Lamb, David Deeves, Delton Lamb, Benny Helton, Jay Bailey, Raina Duberly, Pam Tillery, Jessica Granger, Jennifer Bradley, Ruth Watson, Sarah Colby, Jim Jarrett, Charlene Brantley, Jody Tanner, Karen Whitmer, Yvonne Robertson, and broker George Durden. Thanks for another great year. If you're buying or selling a home, commercial property, or land, count on the professionals at Century 21 Durden Cornegay. For more information, log on to c21dublin.com. Century 21 Durden Cornegay, broker George Durden.
Folks, look around. What a night, what a team. The folks at the Oconee Fall Line Technical College, our chamber ambassadors, and a host of other people created what we're enjoying tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. We are set to embark on an exciting journey as we begin 2019. We promised a fun-filled night of celebration, and that's just what we plan to deliver. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We have a full tank of gas, a half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark outside, and we're wearing sunglasses. Good evening, distinguished guests, chamber members, and board of directors, and to our elected officials. Welcome to the 66th annual meeting of the Dublin-Lawrence Chamber of Commerce. About this time last year, we were getting ready to celebrate Dublin-Lawrence County Rocks. With leadership like Bent Gay, Jeff Cannon, and Larry Shank, to name a few, I'd say our chamber truly rocks. And tonight, we're on a mission. No, we're not on a mission to save the Catholic orphanage like Jake and Elwood. We're on a mission to create a more vibrant community for our citizens to live, work, play, and stay, hopefully for a very long time. We certainly hope you enjoy the show, and remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there's still some things that make us all the same. You, me, them, everybody. Everybody. Take it away, boys. Again, I want to say welcome and thank you for coming tonight to the 2019 annual meeting celebrating our 2018 accomplishments. What an honor and privilege it is to serve in this beautiful community. Personally, I want to say thank you to everyone in this room for all that you do to make this community so great. We have councilmen, commissioners, our development authority, our chamber board of directors, educators, civic leaders, those who protect us, and our appointed and elected officials, all working together to create a great community for us to live, work, and play. Let's show them our appreciation.
Representing our mission sponsor tonight is Mr. Toby Gould. Toby has been the Director of Finance at YKK AP since November of 2013. Along with 20 years of experience as a controller, finance director in various industries, he also has an MBA from Bryant University. He is a CPA and a Six Sigma Black Belt. He and his wife Mitzi live in downtown Dublin and have 5 children, 2 grandchildren, and another one on the way. Please join me in welcome to the stage our mission sponsor, Mr. Toby Gould, Controller, YKK AP.
We at YKK are very excited and appreciate the opportunity to be a sponsor for this event and for being part of the Dublin-Lawrence County community. We realize that we're one of many great international and domestic companies that call Dublin-Lawrence County their home. We support and feel supported by this community. Because of all of you, it is a great place to work and it's a great place to live. Tonight's theme is we're on a mission. We at YKK are on a mission. We're on a mission to make a great company greater. Our goal is to be the most successful USA architectural products company. I'd like to say that again. Our goal is to be the most successful USA architectural products company, and that all is happening here, right here in Dublin, Georgia. Some of our accomplishments this year has been that we're truly become a national company with our opening of our San Francisco office. We've also saw the opening of our second regional fabrication plant in Cincinnati, Ohio. Besides Dublin, we have 11 locations throughout the United States. We stretch from Boston to Orlando. We stretch from Atlanta, now all the way out to San Francisco. When you drive along the highways of this United States, when you may see a YKK AP branded truck. And when you see that truck, that aluminum that is on that truck has been melted, it's been extruded, it's been anodized, and now painted right here by a neighbor of yours and on our Dublin campus. What grew from 50 employees in 1991 is approximately 800 employees, with over half of them working on our Dublin campus. I believe a big reason for our success is our YKK's philosophy. From the very beginning of YKK, our founder, Mr. Toyota Yoshida, created a company philosophy called the Cycle of Goodness. It simply states that no one prospers unless they render benefits to others. At its core are three tenets focused on those we seek to serve. To our employees, we tell them don't fear failure. To our customers, we say we insist on quality in everything. And to our community, we strive to build trust, transparency, and respect. By seeking a value of higher significance, something well beyond our financial results, an environment is created where all can benefit. Our leadership team established some fundamental behaviors which exemplify our core values. They describe daily practices that bring our core values to life. I'd like to take a few minutes to share a challenge I see facing our business in this community. With unemployment at 4 to 5% and our U.S. Bureau stating that our county's population will continue to decrease, how do we attract and how do we retain engaged employees? In conversations with managers at our company and managers at other companies throughout Georgia, attracting employees is continuing to become more difficult. I don't believe that this is entirely a business issue. It's not an educational issue, and it's not a government issue. It is our issue. If we at YKK or Dublin's Lawrence County are to continue to remain relevant and continue to grow, we need to unite and we need to work together. As I think about these challenges, some of the fundamental behaviors come to mind. We need to be innovative. We need to challenge ourselves to look for new ways to improve, new ways to engage our employees and our community. We need to be willing to try unconventional things and to ask the what if. We need to think differently. We need to embrace diversity, be willing to listen to perspectives other than our own. I believe that we can make better decisions when we consider multiple points of view and act as a team with a common goal. We need to lead by example, take responsibility, both formally and informally, to mentor, coach, guide, and teach others. We need to be team players. Let's help each other to succeed. Pay attention to things that matter to others, and let's treat each other with respect. And lastly, let's be ambassadors. Be proud of who we are. Share our passion with each other, our customers, and our community. These are some of the behaviors that we speak of daily at YKK. I can honestly say they have led to a more engaged and more involved team. We at YKK strive to be good members of this community, and you, Dublin and Lawrence County, have been a big part of our success, and we want to be a part of yours. In closing, I'd like to draw attention to these two tables of people who are from YKK. I want to tell you that they represent our great team. They and the other members of our staff, some not here tonight, are the best group of people I've had the privilege of being associated with, and I'm very proud to be part of their team. Once again, thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your support for every business in this community. Dublin, Lawrence County, as your chamber is saying, you are on a mission. I would like to be here next year and say, mission accomplished. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. If you're presently a customer of ours, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to be your bank. We appreciate the confidence you have placed in us and enjoy providing you with the most up-to-date banking products and services to satisfy your needs. If you're not a current customer, we would like to invite you to stop by and let us show you true community banking at its best. We concentrate on our local community, doing our part to make Dublin and Lawrence County a better place to live, work, play, and retire. We recently introduced two new products, eStatements and Access Now, our mobile banking app. Both of these products will help to make banking with us more convenient and will also help to provide you with a safer and more secure banking experience. So for all your banking needs, just give us a call or stop by and let us show you personal banking at its best. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Heath, that's not fair. I shouldn't have to follow these guys. I'm pretty sure that's the real ZZ Top, too. Okay, do you want to change the world? Start out by making your bed. It's a simple task, mundane at best, but the wisdom of this simple act has been proven many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you will never do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that's made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. I'm sure many of you recognize this. This is an excerpt from the 2014 University of Texas Commencement Address, 10 Life Lessons from Basic SEAL Training, given by Navy SEAL Admiral William H. McCraven. I highly recommend that you go to YouTube and watch the 20-minute video that over 7.5 million others already have. It is very motivational. Now that you're ready to change the world, good evening and welcome to the 2019 Dublin-Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce Annual Dinner. It's great to see another sold-out event. We had a very successful year in 2018, and I want to thank all of you for your support, your participation, and your hard work. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the outstanding work of the Chamber Board of Directors, the Chamber Ambassadors, and by extension, the local community. I also like to thank Bent Gay and Jeff Cannon, our two previous past chairs, for your guidance and direction. They were both very generous with their time. I would also like to thank the chamber staff, Heath, Malia, and Cindy, for their hard work and continued efforts to expand their knowledge and capabilities. As we are now into 2019, I encourage you to stay involved in our wonderful community. In a small city like ours, our personal lives and our professional lives intersect often. If you're wondering what the best way for you to get involved with the Chamber, call or come by the office and talk to Heath, Malia, or Cindy. And whether you want to jump in with both feet, start slow, or just attend many fun events throughout the year, I'm sure they will help you find the right fit. Back in November of 2017, we held our annual planning retreat to lay out our program of work for 2018. It didn't take long for the board to agree that there were a couple of issues that needed some attention and were worthy of devoting our time, energy, and resources. After a lot of hard work and discussion, we formulated our strategies and turned them over to President and CEO Heath Taylor. Our primary initiative for 2018 was workforce and education. Dublin and Lawrence County is facing a real problem that everyone here should be concerned about, and it's not the need to bring in more new jobs. There are plenty of jobs that are available out there to be filled. Our challenge is supplying our existing industries with skilled, talented, work-ready employees that want to go to work. We are working daily to build a skilled workforce and education pipeline and to ensure a modern infrastructure to grow our local companies, be able to attract new investments, and prepare Dublin and Lawrence County for future growth. So what is your chamber doing about workforce and education? We have partnered with the Heart of Georgia College and Career Academy from the beginning. The HGCCA gives students an opportunity to use what they have learned in the classroom in a hands-on, practical way, all while creating a seamless transition from middle school all the way through to post-secondary careers. Through the Chamber's involvement, we were able to secure a $15,000 grant from Georgia Power to further enhance the welding department at the Career Academy. This will go a long way in increasing the number of certified welders that will be ready to go to work immediately in Dublin and Lawrence County. Another important initiative that got our attention this year was the Quality Rated Child Care Initiative. Quality Rated is Georgia's system to determine, improve, and communicate the quality of programs that provide child care. Research studies have found positive relationships between the quality of early care and education programs and child outcomes that relate to school readiness. In studies, young children who attended higher quality preschool programs had better language development, problem solving, and social skills. More importantly, the positive effects of a quality preschool experience carried over past kindergarten into the second grade. The Chamber has brought in state officials to meet with our local child care providers to prepare them for the new changes that are taking place. The Chamber also solicited support from our members to provide funding and materials needed to help achieve the quality rating status. The Chamber is extremely proud of all the successes that we have had with our numerous programs throughout the year. One thing is for sure, as we move into 2019, if you want to participate in these programs, you had better sign up early, for all have sold out very quickly. We have had some wonderful programs, such as our first Women in Business seminars, where we had two outstanding programs. It's A Man's World, or Is It? And also Dublin's own Sandra Stanley, with both programs combined drawing a total of over 200 ladies in attendance. We had record numbers turn out for our annual golf tournament, the membership appreciation event, our monthly First Friday Means Business and Business After Hours. We hosted the pre- and post-legislative breakfast again this year. Thank you to Matt Hatchett and Larry Walker for your assistance with those. We also hosted the Irish Chamber Breakfast, where over 275 attended. The Chamber was again well represented throughout the year by our ambassador program, where we have 30 members. They do a fantastic job as an extension of the Chamber. We have increased our participation in the Chamber Talk TV show with TV 35. We had 30 groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings, board participation in county commissioners and city council meetings, involvement in the Georgia Military Affairs Committee, keeping our community informed of important issues facing Robins Air Force Base. There were also two very important achievements that our board accomplished during 2018. We received a clear and unqualified opinion on our 2017 audit, and we became a certified chamber program. What does that mean? Our chamber's processes and procedures have been reviewed and approved, making our chamber one of the best in the state. This is something that doesn't come easy. Out of 154 chambers in the state of Georgia, there are only 26 that are certified. This is something that we are very proud of and give full credit to all the hard work that Malia, Cindy, Heath, and the board put in to make this happen. Now, are you ready to change the world? Are you ready for your mission? We each have a role to play in growing our economy, growing our community, making sure that we are educating and training those that will follow us, continue developing employment opportunities, and improving social and community well-being. So when we talk about investing in our people, infrastructure, and education, it's not some far-flung, wild idea that we should be trying to achieve for its own sake. We should be to facilitate and enable the vision and ambition that is driving the people of Dublin and Lawrence County. We have to have the courage to think big. Together we can achieve. Let's get behind the chamber, the board, and the ambassador program. Incoming Chair Michael Maffett and President and CEO Heath Taylor. We really have some good momentum. Now's the time to make a difference. And now it is my privilege and honor to pass the gavel to Mr. Michael Maffett.
The new year means new savings at Dublin Chevrolet.
Get up to $12,000 off MSRP on Silverados.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Chevrolet, the only dealer you will ever need.
Isn't it exciting to be in a room like this tonight in Dublin, Georgia? Because it's our community. The number of people who've gathered here tonight is a testament to those who truly want to make this a better place to live, work, and play, which you have heard many times tonight. I am proud and honored to be the next chairman of the Dublin-Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce. But before I go too far, I want to thank Larry Shank again for all that he did in 2018. And please join me in another round of applause for Larry. I truly wish each of you sitting in this room tonight could stand where I'm standing right now and see what I see right now. All of this belongs to Heath and his staff. This event right here was a vision that Heath brought to our chamber when he came 3 years ago. Now, what I would tell you, if you know Heath, he is a very energetic person. He's got a lot of ideas, and he's a hard worker like no other. But when he says things like this, you kind of scratch your head and say, well, you know, I don't know if that's going to work, because he's throwing out numbers that are just so mind-boggling you can't get your head around them. But this room right here tonight is a great example of what that vision can do. So thank you, Heath, Malia, and Cindy. Now, she doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it, and I hope it doesn't embarrass her. And she's sitting right over here at the table to my right, and that's Miss Willie Paulk. She is a mentor to me. We became very, very close at an early age, and I got to see the inner workings of not only the Chamber of Commerce, but the Development Authority. Willie, you inspired me to invest and volunteer in a community that I dearly love and that I came back to. I believe that's what everyone in this room here tonight has done, or they wouldn't be here. So I want to thank you. I didn't have the fortune of reading Toby's speech. I did not have the fortune of reading Larry's speech. So some of this will be redundant, but it will be awfully important, because I think the message that you leave here tonight is something that is at the top of the list. 2018 was a great year for our chamber. The programs and initiatives that Larry highlighted were all huge successes, and the Chamber is now on the most financially stable ground that it has been in over a decade. Because of this solid foundation and the day-to-day leadership at the Chamber, it has allowed everyone on our team to think outside of the box. As Larry stated, we became a certified chamber, and this process allowed us the opportunity to make some much-needed changes to how we operate as a board. The makeup and governance was addressed, and we believe your chamber will be much more efficient going forward. Now, as we move into 2019, it is our goal to build upon what those before me started. You've heard a little bit about our workforce from both Toby and Larry, and it's an initiative that I'd like to take some time tonight and drill down further on what our role should be to further this cause. Now, for those of you on Facebook, I'm most certain that you've seen the 10-year look back. Now, I don't know if everybody's posted a picture. I was bald 10 years ago, and I'm still bald today. But I believe that you looked, and I believe that you know about it. Well, I've done the same thing, but I look back on the number of jobs that this community had in 2008 and compared it to the latest 2018 data that came out from the Georgia Department of Labor. Would you believe that Lawrence County has 1,070 less jobs today than it did in 2008? Well, I didn't believe it until I saw the data. As good as our economy has been over the last few years, we are still behind where we were in 2008. So what do we do about it? I'm here tonight to tell you that the first thing you do is you do not ignore the data. It's right there in front of you. Read it. Take it home with you and understand it. We must use this to our advantage and find out what areas need the most attention. According to this report, construction is down 37%. Manufacturing is down 18%, and furniture-related products is down 26%. However, on a positive note, government jobs in this community are up 56%, with 563 jobs being added at our VA hospital since 2008. Now, I'm sure most of you can believe that. I have the luxury of working right across the street from it, so I get to see it, and they're pretty doggone busy over there. But let's get back to the data. Our community must find a way to grow and prosper, period. We must find a way to develop the next generation of workers for industries that I've mentioned that are struggling and for jobs that may not even exist today. We're living in a fast-paced environment, and we must be ready. If you polled the business leaders today, they would all tell you the most difficult part of their job is finding well-qualified or trained employees. We can't ignore these issues and continue searching for new industry as a way of creating additional jobs. If we don't make education and workforce development our top priority in this community, it will lead to deeper issues down the road. I know this does not always produce front-page news like a new industry locating in town, but it does address the major concerns of what's actually happening inside our existing businesses in Lawrence County in 2019. To highlight some of the things that can be done, this past year we had 3 private businesses invest $50,000 into a career academy and help form a welding program. Later this past year, our chamber, your chamber, stepped up and provided another $15,000 to be used for this cause. What I would tell you is these companies, along with our chamber, are trying to make a difference, and this is just the tip of the iceberg with what can be accomplished by addressing these issues. Tonight, I am calling on our development authority, our cities, and that's plural. There are a lot of cities in this county, and our county to take a larger role in tackling both education and workforce. Now, my good friends tell me I have a terrible habit of repeating myself, and those who know me best would probably agree, so I'm going to say it again. Tonight, I am calling on our development authority, our cities, plural, and our county to take a larger role in tackling education and workforce. Together, we can do more. Education is not a school board issue, it's a community issue. Workforce development is not an industry problem, it's a community problem. These two go hand in hand, and there's money there through SPLOST funds and grants that can move this needle. I believe the private sector will fall right in line with this initiative and continue investing back into these programs that we so desperately need. But what we need to do is stop ignoring what lies right in front of us. I'm going to quote Kyle Ray, who most of you know, in a recent article in Georgia Trend. The old saying to recruit new industry was location, location, location. Today, the biggest issue is workforce, workforce, workforce. Lawrence County, in my opinion, couldn't have a better location, so the only item left is what Cal sees as the biggest attraction to new industry and existing industry. Now, I'm going to stop for just a second because I've got existing not only all capitalized, but in bold letters. We should never lose sight that our existing industries have the capability to not only expand, but create new jobs if they too had a more technical and qualified worker. So workforce development is your chamber's theme for 2019. On another note, what I believe is another step in the right direction is something that the City of Dublin has done in the fourth quarter of the year. They adopted a program that is very similar to something that's going on in Chatham County, and that's called the Summer Youth Works Program. Eric Canada, Tim Passmore, and Heath all took a trip to Savannah late last year to find out exactly what was going on in this community. What they found out was it's an 8-week program during the summer for high school kids that will begin to teach soft skills such as getting to work on time, taking responsibility, and dressing for success. Now, I have to believe that everybody sitting in this room tonight takes that for granted, and I believe that. But there's a lot of people who don't know how to do that. So it is our hope that this program will not only inspire, but it will become something that everybody truly believes it can. There are businesses in here tonight that can help Heath, they can help the City of Dublin, they can put these kids to work, and they can make a difference. It's a great example of how the City of Dublin, the College and Career Academy, and your chamber are working together to make a difference. As I close tonight, I think it's important to highlight something else very positive in our community, and that's downtown Dublin. Tara Bradshaw and the team of people that she has put together has done a job like no other. Downtown Development Authority, Main Street Dublin are to thank for that. I was on a conference call this morning with myself and Guy Cochran doing an interview for Georgia Trend magazine on the state of Lawrence County and how we saw industry and so forth. And the last question the gentleman asked me is, tell me something positive going on in industry in your community. And I said, well, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to tell you downtown Dublin. And he said, what's downtown Dublin got to do with industry? And I told him it's got everything to do with industry. And the reason it's got everything to do with industry is because it provides a quality of life to every person living in this community. And that doesn't matter whether you've lived here your entire life. It doesn't matter if you've lived here your entire life like me and you hope like heck that your children move back here and do the same thing, or somebody that has just moved here from Japan or Germany or Latvia. Downtown Dublin provides a quality of life that we have so desperately needed. Now, I once thought that this area would never recover, but this downtown Dublin is the best example that I know of public and private money coming together. What you're witnessing in downtown Dublin started with an initial investment from the City of Dublin and Lawrence County, and you're now seeing money flow into this area at a very high rate. Downtown Dublin is something everyone in this community should be proud of, and it started with a commitment from public leaders who can make a difference. So as Heath says, we are on a mission. You doggone right we're on a mission. Our mission is to leave this community better than we found it. And you know what? Sometimes that includes addressing issues and talking about things that aren't very popular, but they still have to be talked about. The reason it's not easy is because it matters. The Chamber truly is the united voice of our community, and I honestly look forward to serving as your chair in 2019. Thank you.
2019 Nissans are priced right at Dublin Nissan.
This week at Dublin Nissan, get up to $6,000 off MSRP on the Maxima.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Nissan, the only dealer you will ever need.
Joining us on stage for our first presentation this evening is Randy Jackson of Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab Center and 2018-2019 Chamber Ambassador Program sponsor. Our 2018 Dublin Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce Ambassador of the Year consistently attends chamber events and meetings and shows a true spirit of charity, strong work ethic, and a hunger to volunteer, always representing the Chamber of Commerce in a courteous and professional manner. You may recognize him from the performance earlier tonight, which is just another example of his willingness to help. Ladies and gentlemen, help us congratulate the 2018 Ambassador of the Year, Zach McCullers of Farmers State Bank. Our next award winner has proven to have a spirit of loyalty to our community for many, 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 many years. The recipient of the Community Choice Award demonstrates dedication to our community with a strong sense of civic and family duty. It has been said of this year's winner that they put their whole heart into the community, activities, and family. This individual has been past president of Dublin Rotary Club, past director of Dublin Country Club, and past board member of Leadership Dublin Lawrence County. Our winner has also been very active in the community, serving as chairperson of the St. Patrick's Festival Committee and the Chamber of Commerce. This individual was awarded Alumni of the Year for outstanding leadership, enthusiasm, dedication, and loyalty to the Dublin and Lawrence County community and its leadership program. When not working, this individual enjoys spending time with their boys, traveling, and most of all, attending UGA games. An all-around fun person, but when the road goes on, she's all business. Ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, especially those of you who have gotten a ticket from time to time, join me in congratulating the 2018 Community Choice Award winner, Honorable Helen Harper.
Well, I was going to say a few words, but thank you. And I enjoyed Lawrence County. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So, thank all of you.
The small businesses of Dublin Lawrence County are what make our community unique. Our next award winner definitely fits the bill. This business has been around for quite some time, making sure that Dublin and Lawrence County get the recognition that they deserve. Not only are they a true community partner working with businesses and industries to promote Dublin and Lawrence County, but they are a great partner with the Chamber. They take the time to invest in individuals and have created long-lasting relationships in the community. They can be found at football games, local events, or even the local grocery store. Seeking not to be in the spotlight, but to hold the spotlight up to make everyone else shine. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing our own local television station with the most recognizable voice in Lawrence County, TV 35, as the recipient of the 2018 Small Business of the Year.
I do want to, first of all, praise God from whom all blessings flow. God has really blessed our business for many years, and I couldn't think of nothing better than to come to work with my brother every single day of my life. And I just want to tell you, each one in here, it would take forever to thank each one of you, but y'all have supported our TV station. From Judge Harper, that was wonderful. She's on with me right now doing an interview, and I just love to interview Judge Harper. We end up going down a rabbit trail most of the time, but and each one of you, we never call on anybody in this room that you don't say yes, and we really appreciate it. We thank you for supporting us, and we definitely love the community that we grew up in. Thank you very much.
It is great to be able to work with your family. There are those in our community who have that privilege, and
we just love our community. Obviously, we want to put the most favorable light we can on every part of it, but we couldn't do it without all the businesses, industries, all of you here tonight. It means so much to be recognized up here this evening. I've been associated with TV 35 for 19 years now, and it seems like almost yesterday when I first sat down with a group of local businessmen and went to work on a mighty big project for me. And it's been prosperous, and I'll echo the sentiment that it's all from the Father above. But thank you for what you do. Thank you for coming along beside of us and allowing us to promote the most positive things in our community. We have a wonderful community. We couldn't do it without you all, and hopefully we'll say that y'all couldn't do it without us. We love what we do. We go to work every day to try to make us all a better place to live, work, and retire. Thank you so much for this.
So I'm Will, and this is my wife, Babs, and I grew up in Dublin. And Babs and I met at the University of Georgia when we were in college. After dating a while, we got married, moved off to North Carolina for seminary, and then towards the end of seminary, we got a call from First Baptist, and there was opening for a youth ministry position.
We had found a house before we moved down to Dublin. The day we were supposed to move to Dublin, we found out that that house wasn't going to work out.
So we called up Susan and the team and just asked, where do we begin? Where do we start? You know, what do we need to do to make this move forward?
They were very patient with us and trying to find, with our new salaries, a house, and working with us to get those numbers correct so that we could purchase the house that we're in now. So they helped us not only once but twice through the whole process. So
we had questions and we didn't know really who to ask, and so we really just directed all of them to Morris Bank, and we would ask Susan, or we would speak with one of her teammates, and whether it was something that they were supposed to know or answer, they usually always helped or find the answer for us. And so it really just made the process, you know, very easy, and reassured us that they knew what they were doing, even though we had no idea what we were doing, and that it was just a very smooth process. Just walking through the door the first time, just imagining that our family was going to get started there. It was just a really exciting time to think about all the possibilities because of a home, and that we could share that with friends and family.
Now, we'd like to highlight the 2018 Large Business of the Year. Since its inception, this business has provided services for not only their residents in Dublin and Lawrence County, but in surrounding counties. Being one of the largest employers in Lawrence County, they provide a wide variety of services and continue to add programs that the community can be proud of. The employees that represent this business make a positive impact with the many ways they give back to Dublin and Lawrence County. This company holds high the standards that they have set forth for themselves as well as the community, as evidenced by the numerous awards that they have received. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in recognizing the 2018 Large Business of the Year, Fairview Park Hospital.
Thank you, Heath and Larry and those who were part of this. 10 years ago, we felt that we could become the region's referral hospital, not just a county hospital, community hospital, become truly the region's rural referral hospital. I remember one of the goals that I set is that we'd have less than a 30-minute wait time in the ER, and I mentioned that to a group and they laughed. At that time, that year we saw 28,000 patients in our ER. Today, this past year in 2018, which was the most successful year in the history of the hospital, we saw almost 52,000 patients in that same ER, and our wait time averages 10 minutes to see a provider. Over the past several years, we went from less than 50% of the people in our primary service area That would be about a 10-county area. Less than 50% of the people got their care at Fairview Park Hospital. Today, over 75% of that same population gets their care at our hospital. You've heard talk about our population has been stagnant, has not grown over the past decade. And yet, we last year set a record in number of patients seen in the ER, number of outpatient visits, number of surgeries, number of admissions, and yes, it was a good financial year. But more importantly, we had one of the highest patient satisfaction scores in the country. We have high patient satisfaction, employee satisfaction, physician satisfaction. 10 years ago, somebody said, what's your number one goal? And they said, is it try and get the physicians to work well with the hospital? And I said, no, I want the physicians to work well with each other. And then soon I want them to work well with the hospital. I've never worked in a hospital where we've got a better relationship between the hospital community, the hospital employees, and the medical staff. I was told 10 years ago we couldn't recruit doctors to Dublin because nobody wants to live in a small town. They had recruited one doctor in 5 years. The past decade, we've recruited over 50 doctors to Fairview Park Hospital. We've added services in pediatrics, cardiology, pulmonology, critical care, family practice, internal medicine, emergency department, hospitalist care, et cetera, et cetera. We've been very fortunate. It's not just those of us in this room that want to live and work in Dublin and Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Physicians want to live here too and raise their families here. We had a doctor join us just over a year ago who grew up here, and he wanted to come home and raise his family here. We had a doctor 5 years ago, the same thing, grew up here, wanted to come back. We've recruited a number of doctors from the Middle Georgia area that have been attracted to the medical staff themselves. My number one recruiter is my medical staff. So we have had a significant impact on this community, we've had a significant impact on the region, but there's one reason for that. It's the 560 plus employees who work at that hospital, full-time or part-time. Actually, yeah, part-time, it's over 700 people that work at that hospital. They are committed to the community, they're committed to the work that they do. We have the lowest turnover in our division, one of the lowest turnovers in hospitals nationwide. It's because people are committed to each other. We say frequently that we're neighbors caring for neighbors, and we thank people for choosing Fairview Park. Our goal is to get better each year. We have things on the table that we think 2019 will be even better than 2018. And it wasn't just the financials, it wasn't just the visits and the number of people that came and used our hospital. What made us successful, in addition to the satisfaction I mentioned, our quality, our outcome numbers are good. We were recognized as a CMS 5-star hospital. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means the Centers for Medicare Services ranks the hospitals nationwide. Less than 10% of the hospitals in the nation have a 5-star rating. There's an organization called Leapfrog that rates hospitals on patient safety and quality outcomes. We have an A rating, and we have for the last 8 years. So we're not just, attracting people and doing well financially. We're trying to provide good services every day. But the thing that we do best is we care for each other as an organization, as a culture. We care for each other. I tell people all the time, I love what I do. Mostly I love with whom I get to do it. And we really care about the people with whom we're entrusted for caring. The Lord tells us a lot of lessons. Paul is my favorite author. He has a lot of things I could say, but too much is given, much is expected. We've been given much. We've been given much responsibility to care for people. And sometimes that's a newborn, sometimes that's somebody in the last day of their life. But we truly do care. We care for each other, and we care for you. Thank you.
At Optum Healthcare, we know you're not yourself when even one part of yourself is hurt. Because in orthopedics, everything is connected. Bones, joints, ligaments, and cartilage. At Optum Healthcare, we're connected too. An orthopedic specialist like Dr. Patrick Hansen in Dublin covers every bone in your body. Dr. Hansen will work together with you to get you back to being you. Optum Healthcare at the corner of Moore Station Road and Industrial Boulevard. Optum Healthcare, Dublin.
The hard-working individuals in Dublin and Lawrence County are what makes us the strong community that we are. Our next recipient is no exception. This person has earned the respect of many with her caring manner and leadership skills. Her employees have commented that she, quote, makes me feel special every time I talk with her, and I feel like she always has my best interests at heart. She has taken the Dublin division of her company to the pinnacle within their corporation. The Dublin division continues to be in the top each year in products produced and shipped, safety and health awards, environmental sustainability certifications, and lean manufacturing process accreditation under her hands-on style of management and caring manner. The respect that she has earned and her many accomplishments show her dedication and display her commitment as being an ideal role model and mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to present Marcia Dixon of Flex Steel Industries, the 2018 Willie Paulk Professional Award, Business Woman of the Year.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's one of those things when you look at Willie Paulk and you think that you have an award that has her name on it, and you're so honored because you know that she was truly the professional that came into Dublin. And oh, by the way, I thought she was a he. And then I realized she was a she when Willie Paulk came in. And I have to tell you, she walked the walk and talked the talk. And I have admired her so many years and looked up to her and knew that that was someone that I admired. I've got 3 things I want to say, and I'm going to say it really quick because I know everybody wants to get out here and dance on this floor, right? Yeah, okay. Just a couple things in recognition of this award. I feel so blessed. The good Lord has blessed me in so many ways. And one of those ways is I have a wonderful family. Many of them are here, some of them are here tonight, that have always been so supportive. And we talked about work ethic a few minutes ago with YKK. I was blessed with 2 parents that told us and preached to us that if you want anything in life, you work hard for it. It doesn't come easy, you work for it. And every day you get up, it's not on autopilot, you work for it again. I feel so blessed to have such a wonderful family support and 2 wonderful parents who instilled in us a work ethic. The other thing we talked about also tonight is our community. Oh my gosh. You know, we talk about our community and how blessed we are. We look at the chamber, what they've done to recruit and bring in new industries, and the development authority. You know, this just does not happen. It's a lot of hard work. We are absolutely admired by so many communities in the state of Georgia as they're the place they want to be. People love our community. If you look even downtown Dublin tonight, the streets are full. People are walking. The industrial community is heavy. We're talking about recruitment. It's an issue because we have so many jobs, and isn't that a great thing to deal with? So, another situation, I feel very blessed. And then last but not least, I've had the pleasure of working for 34 years with a company and with a wonderful group of employees that I call my other family, and that's my Flex Steel family, because they have been so good and so many wonderful employees. And I'm sure so many of you look out here and you deal with the employees that you deal with. But I have to tell you, I feel so blessed in so many ways. I love my family, I love my community, I love the company that I work for. And you know what? I get up every day and I say to the good Lord, I am so blessed in so many ways. And if you, all of you here tonight, probably feel the same way. We're so fortunate. And Willie Paulk, I love you. This is such a great honor, and thank you so much. God bless.
Our final award goes to an individual whose impact on Dublin and Lawrence County has been tremendous. This person has been instrumental and influential in making our community a better place to live, work, and play by holding numerous positions on a long, prestigious list of civic organizations. He has successfully led his company where he served as president for over 40 years. A successful businessman who knows how to carry out meaningful projects with long-lasting effects, all the way from conceptualization to successful completion. Consistently displaying the passion for the betterment of our communities, present and future, ladies and gentlemen, join us in congratulating the 2018 Businessman of the Year, Mr. Louis Curry, Chairman of the Board of Curry Management Company.
I didn't see this coming. Thank you so much. I am so honored. A little impromptu here, I guess. I go back to what Marcia said. I guess my fortune is my grandfather decided to move here in 1898. And I have the ability to work with my two sons in a business and my cousin Michael in a business in Dublin. We came back. We love what we do. This community has been great to the Curry family. We thank you for all you do, and this award caught me off guard, but it means a lot. I'm very humbled, and I appreciate everything this community does to make this community better. It's all about that. Thank you.